Testing these little cube carbs, simple enough. You apply a bit of pressure to the inlet, and if the carburettor holds that pressure for 30 seconds or so, you know that the diaphragms are good, the seals are good, little flap valves are good, and the needle valve is good. It doesn't tell you whether there are any other blockages inside that carb, but it is a good start. Now you can go out and spend 50 quid on a little carburettor tester if you want to, but if, like me, you're only doing it occasionally, you can improvise. And for years I've been using this device, and it's a pressure tester for car coolant systems. It's probably 40 or 50 years old, but it works just fine, and I'll show you how. Now the carburettor is fixed to the device, and pump it up a little bit. £7 is internet wisdom. I've pumped them up to about 10 before, but really you don't want to be exploding the things. And if it holds that pressure, you know that you've got a fairly good carburettor. Job done. But we don't all have one of these things, and recently I was doing the job somewhere else, and I had to improvise, so I thought I'd show you what I did. Now, I used one of these little pressure bulbs. I've normally got one lying around somewhere. They only cost a couple of quid a piece, if that, and I've been quite surprised actually how much pressure you can generate with one. I'll just show you. This is just a lash up, and it does leak a bit. One pump seems to increase it by £1 per square inch. Up to 7 already, straight up to 10, and then we'll get onto the slower part of the gauge. Well, it's nearly at 20 already. £20 per square inch from that little thing is quite amazing. Did you hear the hiss? So the next step is to fasten this contraption to the carburettor and pressurize the carburettor with it. And I'm up to 7 already, but as I said, this system does leak a little bit. It's not the carburettor. That's what you would see if you had a minor leak on the carburettor. The air's actually leaking out down here somewhere. Now, if you don't have a pressure gauge, you can, of course, just connect the pressure bulb to the carburettor, give it 2 or 3 pumps, give it 30 seconds, then pull it out, and if you hear the hiss, you know you've kept pressure. Now, if you don't have a pressure bulb and you have a box of old carburettors lying around, then the next stage is you fasten 2 carburettors together and blow one up with the other. Simple little idea, and I hope it helps somebody, and if it does, I really don't mind if you subscribe to my channel. It'll help me out and it doesn't cost you anything.